so I thought it would be a good time to compare two of the more affordable tablets by Samsung. The recently released Galaxy Tab A7 Lite versus the just released Galaxy Tab A8. Pricing on these two tablets are going to be about $160 for the A7 Lite, $230 for the Tab A8, but keep in mind these are always going to be on sale, so you'll definitely want to check the description of the video with current pricing and more information. Now there's going to be several different versions you can get. There's a 3 GB of RAM with 32 GB storage on the Tab A8, or you can get up to 4 GB of RAM with 64 or 128 GB of storage. And then on the A7 Lite, you can get 3 GB of RAM with 32 GB of storage, or there's a 4 GB of RAM with 64 GB of storage. And then both of these you can use a micro SD card for expanded storage up to 1 TB. Probably one of the biggest differences between these two is gonna be the screen size. You get a 10.5-inch 1920 by 1200 resolution on the Tab A8, and then an 8.7-inch screen 1340 by 800 resolution on the Tab A7 Lite. Overall, the brightness seems a little bit brighter on the Tab A8, but it's not by much. Both tablets should be fine for viewing indoors, and you're gonna get about the same quality of viewing angles as well. Even though the Tab A8 is higher resolution, you still get 1080p resolution on both tablets when watching YouTube videos. Only SD playback quality on Netflix though for both tablets, but both should be fine for streaming videos online and should be good enough for most people buying a tablet in this price range. I feel like some people are gonna like the smaller form factor of the A7 Lite. I mean, it's sort of like a larger cell phone or even the size of a book, but as far as reading goes, it's gonna be a little easier on the eyes with the larger A8, not only because it's larger, but the text is going to look sharper since it's a 1080p resolution versus only 720p on the smaller A7 Lite. Now, if you like tablets, phones, and other tech, consider hitting that subscribe button. I try to cover as much on the channel as possible, and I'll be posting more videos this year than ever before. Now you're going to get a 7040 milliamp hour battery on the Tab A8 versus only 5100 milliamp hour battery on the Tab A7 Lite. So yeah, it sounds like you're going to get quite a bit better battery life on the bigger Tab A8. And yes, in my testing I got 6 hours battery life on the Tab A7 Lite, 7 hours battery life on the A8. Both should get you through a whole day with normal usage, even longer if you're going to turn the screen brightness down, because my testing was with full screen brightness. Then on the A7 Lite, you're going to get a MediaTek MT8768 processor. Then you're going to get an octa-core Unisoc T618 processor on the bigger Tab A8. But overall, the Tab A8 is going to be more powerful, have better results in Geekbench testing. And when it comes to gaming, you're going to get HD graphics, high frame rates on the bigger Tab A8, at least on games like PUBG Mobile, which is going to play and look smoother than when you play on the Tab A7 Lite. It's not going to be a huge difference, but it's enough to notice when playing, and more than likely you're going to enjoy playing games more on the A8 versus on the A7 Lite. However, it is kind of nice to have a smaller tablet like the A7 Lite when you're gaming, because it just fits in the hands better. It's a little easier to reach around the screen. So it's really going to come down to personal preference and which one is more important to you when it comes to gaming on these two tablets. Both of my tablets here are currently on Android 11, One UI 3.1, December 1st, 2021 security update on the A7 Lite, January 1st, 2022 on the Tab A8. I would think you're going to get very similar software supports, maybe slightly longer on the Tab A8 since the Tab A7 Lite came with Android 10. Now you're not going to get Samsung DeX on either of these tablets, but you can still connect a keyboard and mouse if you want, and even use split screen mode to do a little bit of multitasking. You're also going to get Face Unlock on both tablets. Just keep in mind, these are considered entry-level tablets, so they're not going to be the fastest out there and are going to be better for just basic tasks. The nice thing about both tablets, you get speakers on both sides, but you are going to get 4 speakers on the A8 versus only 2 speakers on the smaller A7 Lite. You also get Dolby Atmos on both. I feel like both of these are decent quality, plenty loud enough for more affordable tablets. But here's a quick sample of each, just to give you an idea of what you can expect. When it comes to the cameras, you're going to get sort of what you would expect in a more affordable tablet. They both struggle in low light and in my testing are fairly similar. You get an 8 megapixel rear facing camera on both of these, and then you get a 5 megapixel on the front of the Tab A8, only a 2 megapixel on the front of the Tab A7 Lite. But it's pretty subjective. Here's a few samples of photos and video just to give you an idea of what to expect. Now just keep in mind, neither of these are going to be as good as cell phones in this same price range. So you definitely want to make sure you have really good lighting, especially if you're going to use these for things like Zoom meetings or other video conference calls. So I feel like as long as you understand what to expect from these two tablets, it's really going to come down to personal preference and what's more important to you when it comes to using either of these tablets. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.